All right, we are at a beautiful Italian restaurant, 1034 Pennsylvania Avenue. It's all because of the Patterson Township Mafia. That's why we're here, ladies and gentlemen. Rick Granati, once again, every time I try to get out, he pulls me back in. So why are we here, and what's the name of this great place?
We're hungry. The place is called Radici. Mrs. Mansing told me about it in Beaver one day, and I've been starving to come here ever since. So.
And they have homemade meatballs, which is a good thing.
And I wanted to take you and Scott to dinner because you helped me with every benefit that I've ever done or any project that we do. You guys jump right on it. So,
I need my basement painted.
Bon appetit. Yeah, I'll come over.
Thank you. Okay, now listen. All right, Megan Miller, Scott Tatey, Beaver, Allegheny County Times, of course, the podcast, The Buzz, they do it all. No one does it better. And, of course, one of their big signature sponsors, Lincoln Park, and, of course, the Mancini All-Stars. Here he is, Moon River. Andy Williams took it to a gold status #1 record many, many years ago. And he, of course, believe it or not, 20 Grammy Awards. He was nominated 72 times, 4 Academy Awards, nominated 18 times. Breakfast at Tiffany's, The Pink Panther, Peter Gunn, his theme song whenever he joins me on the radio, and so much more. Before we talk Grammys, coming up Sunday night on CBS, James Corden, of course, Late Late Show host, part of that worldwide pants brand, David Letterman, on CBS after Stephen Colbert. You can see it on KDK TV2, will be your host. Let's talk about the musical influence of Henry Mancini, Scott.
Like you said, 20 awards. He won a Lifetime Achievement Award in the mid-'90s. And you factor in, he also had the 4 Oscars, the Tonys, the Emmys. It's one of those people that won so many awards, but some of it's for movies, some of it's, of course, he used to conduct the Oscars. So he has a thing with award shows, and who doesn't like the songs you mentioned? The Pink Panther, the Peter Gunn theme. Everyone's covered that from Emerson, Lake and Palmer to the garage band down the street. It's just a great song.
Hey, speaking of those bands, Prince and the Pittsburgh Symphony, have you heard about this?
They're doing a sort of a tribute show, yes.
That's really neat.
It should be.
All right, Megan, tell me about the Grammys, and what does it really mean to be a performer and to take home a Grammy today, as opposed to when Henry Mancini did it?
Well, you mentioned Prince. They're doing a tribute to him on Sunday night, and George Michael. I think it's a big stepping stone in someone's career. You can do everything from Album of the Year to Best New Artist, which there are a bunch of good nominees this year for that. Maren Morris, who's one of the country artists who will be here with Sam Hunt in June at KeyBank Pavilion.
Okay, I want to hand one of these to Scott because we're going to get into the British Film Awards, which are also happening this weekend in just a moment. But let's talk about the record of the year. You got Adele from Britain, obviously. Hello is there. Formation, Beyonce, 7 years, Lucas Graham, Work, Rihanna, and Drake, and Stressed Out, a big band that he is very high on, 21 Pilots.
Our story tomorrow, we're predicting that it's going to be Adele versus Beyonce. That's going to be the big matchup. Beyonce has more nominations than anyone, 9. Adele has second most with 8. But in that particular category, 21 Pilots has a bit of a chance. I think because Grammy voters are skewed a little bit older, they probably won't win. I'm going to predict Hello by Adele.
Listen, when you were doing your thing, and I was just wanting to hang out with you.
still am.
I know. Hey, I know Rick Granati. Come over here. What's your name? Anyway, listen, tell the folks about, the Grammys really wasn't something that during your era that someone aspired for, because it was still at that time, the long hairs basically were enjoying it. And I'm not talking about your long hair. I'm talking about, people that were into Beethoven and Bach and classical music, things like that. But when you think about the Grammys now, you have to think about Michael Jackson, who's won a few of them. And his daughter Paris is on the cover of Rolling Stone. And you got to tell this story about meeting Michael Jackson out in California and not realizing what was about to happen with him.
Okay, well, it was 1980. We just finished our first tour with Van Halen in '79. We're off the road trying to get a new record deal, so I went to California. A guy managing us at the time, Joe Zito, and I went to meet with a young attorney named John Branca. The girls that got me the appointment, I played the music for them the day before. They said, we got someone at Capitol to listen to it. We have a guy at a booking agency, Mark Spector at ICM. We got a guy named John Branca. He's a hot new attorney. We're going to slip you in before Michael Jackson at 9 o'clock. And it really didn't mean anything in 1980. The Jacksons were kind of split up. They left Motown. The Osmond brothers took over with their TV show. So Joe Zito and I get there. We go in and meet this guy. He's very, very cool. He likes the music. He says he doesn't think there's going to be any problem getting a record deal. We walk out. This guy's sitting there like this with curly hair. Still had all the same features originally like this. He looked up at me. I looked at him. We nodded. I was going to shake his hand. I thought, I'm not going to bother him. 6 months later, biggest thing on the planet.
Off the wall.
Off the wall, yeah.
Amazing stuff.
And another quick story, Eddie Van Halen, he played the guitar solo on Beat It on the next record.
Right.
Yeah, and did it free of charge. Didn't even know who Quincy Jones was when he called him. but he just delivered it to Michael Jackson, didn't tell his management, his record company, didn't tell his band, no one, just gave it to Michael Jackson and helped him to cross over.
You know, speaking of Quincy Jones, I'm a big fan of Daryl Hall. You know, of course, live from Daryl's house on MTV Live. You know, and I knew there was something about it, because if he loves it, it has to be good. But this young performer from Australia, Grace, was actually performing with him in one of his shows, and just so talented. And she brought up how Quincy Jones actually crossed her path. This guy, when you think about him, I mean, long before Michael Jackson and still doing stuff today, he was people like Ray Charles and Frank Sinatra. Talk about Quincy Jones and the Grammys.
Just very influential and touched on so many genres as well. I mean, you think of it from R&B, but into soul music and into rock music. You know, just touched so many people and just universal sound and so many songs that people like.
TV theme songs,
Oh, yeah.
movie soundtracks. That's what Eddie Van Halen's father told him. He called his father and said, "Who's this guy, Quincy Jones? He keeps calling me, told me to check him out." He said, "Ed, when we were still in the Netherlands, he was the biggest producer in the United States for film and for TV. He did, I think that's Mod Squad."
Yeah, he married Peggy Lipton.
Yeah, so, you know, so Ed said, okay, he calls him back and has him send the tape over, packs it up, bingo.
All right, here we go. By the way, album of the year is up next. 25, Adele, Lemonade, Beyonce, Purpose, Justin Bieber, Views, Drake, A Sailor's Guide to the Earth, Sturgill Simpson. Who do you guys like there?
I think I'm going to go with Adele.
I'm gonna go Beyonce. I think Lemonade was a masterpiece. I think it deserves to win.
And by the way, congratulations to Jay-Z and Beyonce. They're going to be having twins, so I'm happy about that.
She's performing.
All right, Song of the Year. Formation, Hello, I Took a Pill, Love Yourself in 7 Years. What do you think?
Well, I kind of want Love Yourself to win because Ed Sheeran wrote it, but I'm probably going to go with Hello.
These people are great, aren't they? Royalty here.
Take him on the road.
I love them. All right, Best New Artist. You read off the nominees.
That's a great category. Kelsey Ballerini, The Chainsmokers, electronic dance music. Chance the Rapper, Maren Morris, she's the up-and-coming country singer. Anderson .Paak. I'm going to go Chance the Rapper. I mean, you've seen him in the Candy Bar commercials. You've seen him on Saturday Night Live. He just has all this momentum behind him. Everyone likes him. Popular, great rapper. I think it's his year.
Come on, Megan.
I'll go with that one.
All right, all right. Now, you writing about, all my shtick I get from his column, and you were writing about a number of things. In particular,
You were excited about Billy Bob Thornton.
yeah, tell me
wrote
about
that one, actually, but yeah.
the Box Masters, April 25th at Jervis.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that he has a band and he's coming to Marshall Township, but it should be a fun one.
He has a bar in Fort Worth where every once in a while he gets up and jams on stage.
You gonna go see him?
I would love to see him. Yes.
Let's do it.
Yes.
And I couldn't think of the movie Sling Blade, which he was just incredible in.
Right here.
Lady Gaga halftime show, Through the Roof. She's going to be in Pittsburgh. You broke that November 20th. She's spectacular.
Yes, in a live context. I mean, you saw what happened in the Super Bowl. I've seen it 3 times, and she just puts on such a great, epic show. It's very visual, and the music's good. I'm glad during the Super Bowl she sat down at the piano and sang a ballad to remind people that, oh yeah, she's got a very good voice too. It's not just, the stunt she does.
And Sarah Silverman. I'm waiting for the call. Sarah Silverman is coming to Heinz Hall. I love her. She'll be here too on April 25th.
There's a lot of good comics coming. We got Chris Rock coming. We got Steve Martin and Martin Short. So it's going to be a good spring for comedy.
And Keanu Reeves.
And Kathy Griffin. Right?
When's she come?
March 26th.
Nice, she's good. Keanu Reeves, the new movie John Wick Chapter 2, all about him being a hitman chasing bad guys, getting a lot of good publicity. It is opening on February 10th.
You think it'll do better than the 50 Shades sequel?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so. I like Keanu Reeves. Okay, real quick, before we move on, and by the way, Jim Equals is here. We're going to talk a little sports with him as well, too. And we're going to enjoy some good food. We'll show you that in a little bit as well, too. I want to talk about the British Film Awards. First off, I can't understand why Denzel Washington wasn't nominated for Best Actor for Fences, but neither here nor there. So go over these categories and we'll talk about it. Go.
Well, we see Viola Davis from Fences is nominated. She already won the Golden Globe. She's up for an Oscar. I'd be shocked if she didn't get it, supporting actress.
I heard Nicole Kidman's pretty good in line, though. I haven't seen it.
She is.
Okay.
Yeah, but Viola Davis, the scene with Denzel where she goes toe-to-toe with him is one of the most powerful scenes of the year.
Who do you like, Meg?
Viola, I don't think you can compare the two. I think she should definitely be up for lead actress, but she isn't, so I think she's going to be the darling.
She is good, and she did a great job introducing Meryl Streep at the Golden Globes, too. Go ahead.
Supporting actor, Jeff Bridges. Have you seen that movie, Hell or High Water? He does really good.
He's good.
That is just it was kind of a sleeper movie, I think. When you think of Oscar movies, that caught me off guard. Boy, he plays that old-time sheriff getting ready to retire. And I would like to see him win, although the actor from Moonlight, I'm not sure if I can pronounce his name.
Michelle Ali.
Yes, he does a phenomenal job in that. He just holds your attention when you're watching, so he probably will win, I think.
What else?
Yeah.
What's next?
Leading actress, I don't know, do you think Emma Stone will? walk away with this one?
I hope so. A lot of people like Amy Adams in Arrival, and she kind of plays it understated, and it works because she plays it understated. But I'm not a big fan of the movie. I think Emma Stone, just captivates you.
Hey.
You fall in love with her.
Former Secret Service agent, Security Solutions Inc. Here he is. Probably the only camera he doesn't own that his son is holding right now. Here he is, John Hudson. I love this man, his son, his daughter, great, his significant other. Pass that food down. I just want, and believe me, I wash my hands. I'm good. Trust me. Let me just show. What is this, by the way?
It's delicious. Look at this
Just an
presentation.
appetizer.
Oh,
It's
little
plated very
mozzarella
nicely.
there. Look at that. Love it, love it, love it.
Greasy salad.
You know, I'm probably the only person that could eat any kind of toast every day of the week. All right, now, what's next, Megan?
Leading actor.
Casey Affleck. I think we both thought Casey was very
Yeah.
good.
But I heard that's a movie you really don't want to watch if you're going through a tough time in your life.
That's correct.
It's sad.
All right, go ahead. That's Ben Affleck's brother, by the way.
Ryan Gosling could win. The other one I haven't seen yet is Hacksaw Ridge. I'm going to try to see it tomorrow. That's comes out on video on the 21st, by the way.
Mel Gibson's movie. All right, film.
I think La La Land, Head and Shoulders is the best movie. It's just so entertaining. You just wrapped up in it. It's an old-fashioned musical. And it's modern, but it doesn't try to be snarky. And I think that's so rare today. So I'm rooting for it. I think it's going to win.
Listen, the only place to get any kind of entertainment, national, local, these two, The Buzz, their podcast, timesonline.com. If you don't have a subscription to the paper, get one, because the way things are going, I could be delivering paper here probably in a couple of weeks. I just may be at your doorstep. But anyway, tell the folks about this wonderful restaurant. We're going to come back in a little bit and do more, but tell them.
Come here and visit. Everything looks extraordinarily good, and it's time to eat, Bob.
No, but I got to tell one story. Mike Halama, who's been going through a little bit of some health issues, but he's okay. Part of this great town that is Monaca. At one time, actually owned a piano that was Henry Mancini's, and it's a great story. Henry Mancini talked about where he got the inspiration for, Moon River. Talked about as a small child growing up in West Aliquippa and falling asleep at night, looking out over the Ohio River at that big full moon. So guess what, folks? The magic still lives in Beaver County. We'll be back in a little bit. Stay with us.